Hamza and Hannah share money in the ratio 7:3. That means Hamza 7 parts, Hannah's 3 parts. That doesn't necessarily mean that Hamza has got £7 and Hannah's got £3. It could be any equivalent ratio to this. But then what happens is Hamza gives Hannah £3. So Hamza loses £3 and Hannah gains that £3. After that, the ratio then becomes 5:3. So after Hamza's given Hannah some of that money, at £3, the ratio then becomes 5:3. So then Hamza will have 5 parts, Hannah will have 3 parts. That does not mean Hannah will have £5. Sorry, Hamza will have £5 and Hannah will have £3. It could be any equivalent ratio. Right, so what we need to find out is how much did they have to begin with. Right, so to begin with, Hamza and Hannah, 7 and 3. It comes from there. Right, so what I've done here, I've written the 7 times table. Multiples of 7 and I've written the multiples of 3. So it could be that Hamza's got £14 to begin with and Hannah's got £6, or 21 and 9, 28 and 12, and so on. What we have here, the ratio then becomes 5:3. So I've put that 5 and 3 over here. I've written the multiples of 5 and multiples of 3. So it could be that afterwards, Hamza's got £10, Hannah's got £6. Or it could be that Hamza's got £15, Hannah's got £9, and so on. But we need to find out where our starting point is. So which equivalent fraction is our starting point? Now, let's just do this by trial and error. Let's suppose I'm looking at this one here. So I take away £3. So Hamza loses £3, so we'll end up with 11, but Hannah gains that £3. So 6 add 3 will be 9. But then have a look. Is that 11 and 9 in this list? Well, it's not, is it? We've got 10 and 6, but we haven't got 11 and 9. Right, let's try with the next one. Take a 3 away from 21, you'll get 18. Add the 3 to the 9, that'll be 12. Right, do we have 18 and 12 in this list? No. Right, try the next one. Take away 3 and then add 3. 12 add 3 is 15. Right, do we have 25 and 15 in this list? Right here. So when £3 is taken off Hamza, Hannah gains £3. So the ratio becomes 25 to 15. Right, there you go, 25 to 15, which we know is equivalent to 5 and 3. So now finally, to answer the question, how much did they have to begin with? Remember this list here, it's the begin with part. Hamza started off with £28, and then Hannah started off with £12. Right. Some of you might be thinking, is there another way to work this out instead of having to do this trial and error method, having to write the multiples of all the numbers and then doing trial and error? Well, there is, and this is what you need to do. Add the part. 7 add 3 is 10. 5 add 3 is 8. So now we need to find the LCM of 10 and 8. It's 40. In other words, we're trying to find the smallest number that the 10 and 8 goes into. It's 40. So you can check. 40 is an 8 times table. 40 is in a 10 times table. So we're going to use that 40 now. Right, what we do now, so we've got to divide now. 40 divided by 10. 40 divided by 10 parts is 4. So what we need to do now is 7 times 4, 28. 3 times 4, 12. So Hamza began with £28. Hannah began with £12. Remember, when we did it by trial and error, we had 28 and 12. Well, that's what we got, 28 and 12. There is another way to solve this problem using algebra. So to begin with, it was 7 and 3. So Hamza, 7 parts. Hannah, 3 parts. But then what happened? Hamza gave Hannah £3. So Hamza lost £3. So what I will do, I'll represent Hamza as 7x and Hannah as 3x. Remember, I'm dealing with algebra, so might as well put the x there. Right, so what's happened now is Hamza has lost £3, so that'll be 7x minus 3. But Hannah has gained £3, so that'll be 3x add 3. Gaining means adding. So this is afterwards now. But we know afterwards can also be represented as 5 and 3. So this is also afterwards, this is afterwards. All that and all that is afterwards. So what I'll do now, I'm going to make an equation. So what I'll do is put the 7x minus 3, I'll put Hamza on the numerator, Hannah on the denominator. And the same thing over here, put Hamza on the numerator, Hannah on the denominator. We know 7x minus 3. Remember, all of this and this represents afterwards. This is Hamza. I'm pointing at Hamza over here, Hamza over there. So 7x minus 3 is equal to 5. And Hannah, 3x plus 3 is equal to 3. And I've written that as an equation. Now I need to solve it. Right, to get rid of divide by 3, I need to times by 3. Now, whatever I do on this side, do on the other side. So what happens now is this divide by 3 is knocked out by this times by 3. So you're left with, that's what you're left with. Remember, 3 multiplies with the numerator. You just attach it with the numerator. Right then. So we just have the 5 left over. So now what do I do to get rid of this divide by 3x plus 3? I need to times by that. Do the same on the other side. So then this one will knock out this one. You're left with, and then 5 times all of that. Expand the brackets. Right. So right. Want to get rid of one of the x terms. Pick on the smallest one. There's 21x. There's 15x there. So pick on the smallest one. So take away 15x. Do the same on the other side. So you're left with 21 take away 15x is 6x, and the minus 9 is left alone. These cancel, you're left with 15. Right, 1x on its own, so get rid of minus 9, plus 9. Do the same on the other side. So minus 9 plus 9 cancel, you're left with 6x is equal to 15 plus 9 is 24. 6 times something to give me 24, x is equal to 4. X is equal to 4. So what you can remember, the question we're trying to answer is how much did they have to begin with? Begin with is that. So now what you do, replace the x. See, this x is equal to 4. Put that 4, substitute that 4 into here. So that'll be 7 times 4, 28. Replace that x with, replace x with 4 here. 3 times 4, 12. So Hamza began with 28, Hannah began with 12 is what I had when I used the trial and error method.